Last week on the show, we talked about 5 common email template mistakes that could be tanking your open and click through rates. Today, I thought it might be fun to flip that around and show you exactly how I build a great template. I'm taking you behind the scenes to create a product feature email template for one of the brands I am working with, using Canva for the visuals and Klaviyo to bring it all together, and of course, my friend ChatGPT. This is the exact process I teach inside the e-commerce email rhythm playbook. So by the end, you'll be able to see how simple it can be to design a clean, clickable template you can reuse again and again. Hi, my friend. I'm LIEZLE, and I am so excited to share this tutorial with you. I know the creation side of email marketing doesn't always feel easy, so my goal is to make this part feel doable and even fun. So without further ado, let's jump right in. I'm going to share my screen and take you behind the scenes. So the first step, I open up my ChatGPT and then I open up the e-commerce email rhythm playbook AI assistant, which is trained on my methods, my teaching style, and all the guides that is included in the e-commerce email rhythm playbook. But regardless, you can just start a new chat and I use this prompt. Today, I would like to write a product feature email showcasing July's bestsellers. I will show the 3 bestsellers from July. Here are the product URLs for those bestsellers. And then I paste the URLs, obviously. And I tell ChatGPT I will have a hero image with a headline and then lifestyle images of each of the bestsellers with a short description next to each image and shop now button. Please recommend the copy needed that is benefit driven and creates a sense of FOMO in my ICA. That's all. Because this assistant has been trained on email marketing specifically, I don't have to say that I need subject lines or anything like that because it's already going to prompt me according to what I taught it. So perfect. This is a Friday product feature email and it fits beautifully into your playbook rhythm. The goal, make it benefit driven and stir up a little FOMO so your ICA feels these July favorites are must haves before they sell out. That's exactly what we want to accomplish. So then the subject line options it will give me is a curiosity one, a benefit one, and then direct straight to the point. Now, a pre-header is the preview text in Klaviyo. So that's what that is. It doesn't actually go into your email. It's just the preview text. And then the hero headline, July's most loved pieces. I love that. Okay. So now I've got the outline of what I'm going to accomplish. Okay. So I can see a hero image here. We need the product features, which is a lifestyle image, short copy and call to action button, the closing CTA as well, and the hook, which is text. Okay, so I'm going to open up my template builder in Klaviyo. And as you can see, I actually already did this, but I'm going to do it again from scratch for you so you can see exactly how I do it. All right, so I open the template builder and then I'm going to start building. Okay, so I immediately delete that and I use our brand blocks. So we have a general footer block that we use on all our emails, most of our emails where it makes sense. And then we have this header block because I like the look and feel of that. So we don't just use the one that Klaviyo gives with the logo, we actually use these 2 templates. Okay, so all my emails always have a hero image, a block of text, and then for product feature, we're going to feature the actual product. So I'm going to drag in those blocks first, section, add in an image, then it's going to be a text block, and then it's going to be a product feature. Okay, and we'll get into that in a sec. Let's start with the hero image. Okay, so to create this hero image, I head on over to the e-commerce email rhythm playbook templates. And this is the template I want to use. So this templates pack comes as a bonus when you join the e-commerce email rhythm right now. But you can use any template in Canva. And then I'm just going to drag in. I've already prepared my hero image. So I've already looked at when I created my prompt, I already went and I found my 3 bestsellers from July in Klaviyo or in your Shopify dashboard. So I know exactly which 3 products are the best sellers. Okay, so Caitlin Charcoal is our ultimate bestseller. It always is. So I've already got that image ready. This is the one, and I'm just going to drag that in there. And then I'm going to reposition it so it looks really cool. And I am going to look at, let's see, what ChatGPT suggested as the hero headline. July's most loved pieces. Cool. I'm going to come on over here. I'm going to pop that in. And then I don't think it's necessary for that right now. And then I don't like the black on this one. So I'm going to use the white. And obviously this is my brand. I changed the font to my brand font. And I kind of like how that looks. I think the opacity on this one can be down, and then I like to do a black background here just because it makes the white text pop way more. Okay, so we do see, there we go. That is kind of cool. And then, yeah, cool. And shop. I would change that. Shop the best sellers. Okay, usually I would link to a collection, but because this is bestsellers, I would probably link this one to Caitlin, to the #1 bestseller. Or you can do it just to your homepage if you know that that product actually does show up on the homepage. Otherwise, if this is what they're looking at, you don't want them to land on something completely different. So that's one tip. Okay, then I'll just download that image to my folder or my in PNG download. I'm just gonna do it to my main folder. All right, and then I'm gonna go back into Klaviyo and I am going to go drag that image in there. So upload the image. Okay, upload the image. Here we go. Okay, and upload, and there we go. And then link address, as I said, I would link to whatever makes the most sense for your product feature. But for us, 2 of the 3 is wall clocks and Caitlin is always the first. So I'm just going to link to that collection right now. And always add alt text. I know it feels like alt text is just for websites and SEO and it doesn't really count on emails, but in emails, it counts even more. Because what alt text does, if your browser, especially on mobile, doesn't load the image fast enough, the text would appear and the person can at least see what was supposed to go there. And then also the inbox providers, so Gmail, Yahoo, can see that this isn't a blank email. So if you're not going to add the alt text, it can't read the email. It can't read an image. So that is the reason. So it really ensures that your deliverability is in good standing. Okay, so I would literally just say July's most loved pieces. Shop now. Okay. So don't overthink it. Just literally type your hero there. All right, so now head on over back to ChatGPT and look at the hook. Okay, short intro. When everyone's adding the same pieces to cart, you know there's something special. These 3 designs topped our July bestseller list and they're still in stock for now. Don't miss your chance to make them yours. That is perfect. That is such great text. It does enhance the curiosity. The only thing I would do is I would be adding some padding here. You want some white space. And then I would say, I always like to address the person. Hi. And then I would use the title case and then also say friend if the person doesn't have their name there. Hi, friend. When everyone's adding the same pieces to cart, you know there's something special. These 3 designs stopped out July's bestseller list. I just like to play around with bold and italics, and they're still in stock for now. Don't miss your chance to make them. For now, I'm gonna italicize that for effect. Okay, perfect. And here we are now at the product box. So what I want to create for mobile, you want to make sure that it's image at the top, description, and then the shop now button whenever you're presenting a product. For desktop, I like to do like image left, image right, image left, and then text, text, text. Just for that visual hierarchy, it reads easier. So this product block, I'm actually going to add 2 columns, 2 equal columns. Then I'm going to add the image to the first block and a text block there plus a button. Okay, so that is what I'm creating. Okay, so then you're going to, you can either go choose, so you've got 2 options here. You can go choose the product images from your website. So let's do add product. We want Caitlin charcoal because that was our bestseller. Okay, so when it comes to featuring the product, you have 2 options. So you can choose the product block in Klaviyo itself, find the image. I would remove, because I want to create that staggered style, right? So that it's from left to right. I would remove all of this and definitely change that to 1 product per row so that it's bigger, and then change this to 300 just so that it's nice and centered. Okay, so I like that, but what I really wanted to feature in this email is lifestyle images. I want my reader to envision the product in their space. So instead of doing a product block, which is fine, just remember it pulls the first image on all your products, which is fine, but that's not what I want to accomplish today. So I'm going to delete that, and instead I'm going to drop in an image block. And I've already prepared or uploaded my images for this email. I'm just going to go find it quickly. Here it is. Okay, so I like that one. That's the exact same image I used there, which is fine. And then I would once again link directly to that product. So we want to link directly to the product in these images, and just like copy and paste the product name for your alt text here. It is important. And then go over to ChatGPT and grab the hook. So number 1, Caitlin charcoal gray. Okay, so that is the headline of this. I would make that like 24. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And then add another text block. I would actually do like number 1. Number 1, make that a bit bigger, center it. Okay, and then let's just see what it looks like. No, I don't like the way that is formatted. There we go. That's way better. Sometimes the formatting doesn't work. Just play with it until you get it looking exactly the way you want to. So I'm actually going to do 28 so that it fits in nicely. I can center the whole thing. Okay. And then go grab the text that ChatGPT suggested. Make a few edits. I'm not going to now, just because I don't have a lot of time. So, but make edits to the copy so that it sounds like you, like your brand. Okay. Big, bold, and timeless. The Caitlin in charcoal makes a statement in any room, blending modern metal with a classic silhouette. Perfect for living rooms. I like that. I love what it came up with. But what I don't like is that the shop now button isn't in line with the image. So what I really want is to create one block, one rectangle. So what I'm going to do, 16, we need to change that to our so let me give you a quick tip here while we're here. Instead of changing all the fonts, because if you haven't set up your styles yet, I want you to head on over to Styles tab at the top there and see how it's on Helvetica, but this brand uses Futura. Change it to that. And I like using 18 as my text font because it looks good on both mobile. But if you're going to choose a font, like 16 is the minimum. Please make sure in mobile you're using 16 because 14 just reads too small on small screens. So go change this here so that your entire template changes and you don't have to go change all the text all the time. Okay, so that's one tip. And then, like I said, I really want this to move up a little bit. I'm going to make this even smaller, 24. Yeah, 24 looks good. And then this needs to be 16. What I don't like is all this white space. Like, do you see the formatting on that? So here's where it's going wrong. It's got this big white space to the right. So change that to 9. And you can make that 0. There we go. And then that already makes it look way better and way more aligned. And then take a look at the line spacing. Usually 150 is too big. Try 50. There we go. But make sure that on mobile, it still looks good. And it does. So that's perfect. Play around with line spacing, play around with the formatting, because sometimes things misalign a little bit when you copy and paste from ChatGPT. Okay, so as you can see, I just played around with the formatting a little bit because for visual purposes, we want it to be in one block. And then immediately check your mobile version. That looks really good on mobile as well. Now, what I did not do and what I should have done was create its own section. So just because then you can duplicate your section. As you can see, this is in its own section and this is in one section. So what I'm going to do, just to make it easier, because it's a little bit harder to separate column section. So I'm just going to go and pop in that a new section there and just move the things that I don't want in this section over to that section. So we've got our hero section, and then we have got this product feature section. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this section, and this time I want the image to be on the right and the text to be on the left. So I'm just going to pull everything over this way, and this way. Okay. And then I'm going to change that image. So my second bestseller is the Sarah Mist large jewelry box. So I'm going to copy that. So this is number 2, and I don't want to mess with the formatting. So I am going to actually just type this out. Sarah Mist jewelry box large. Well, I don't have to say large. You just do whatever works for you. And we're going to copy the text over and double check your text, please. Make sure it sounds like you and it makes sense for your audience, and then replace the image with the correct one. I think it was on page 4. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna add that in there. And then once again, remember to go grab the URL that leads directly to that product. There we go. Okay. So this brand is in Australia, which is why I am typing jewelry that way. It's not a spelling error. It's just the way we type it in South Africa and Australia and this part of the world. Okay, so there we have it. Just double check your link. See, that link doesn't have its link. I'm just going to go grab it from there. Make sure that you add your link. And then now instead of duplicating this one, I'm going to duplicate that one again because the next image I want on the left-hand side again. So as long as you have created those first two, then you can just easily go and duplicate and change the stuff out. So I think the third bestseller was Caitlin White. So I'm going to go and grab that, change that. There we go. And just say Caitlin White wall clock. Change the image here. I think here she is. Okay, so it's that one. And we are going to go change the product again to the correct URL, which is Caitlin White. Okay, Caitlin White. Okay, there we go. That has been updated. The URL here has been updated, and we are good to go. And now, what did ChatGPT recommend? Our closing CTA, these were July's bestsellers for a reason. Step up your favorite before it's gone. You know, you have different types of links, and some people click on buttons, some people are going to click on the image, and some people are going to look for words that look like they are linked. So I like to include at least one. So I'm going to pop in another section here. I'm going to pop in a text box just to close it out. Add your name if you want and paste that from there. And as you can see, Shop July Bestsellers is now in link format. I don't like that there is no white space, so I'm just going to add some white space, extra white space above it, like that. And then just say thanks. Oh, wait. Say thank you. Happy decorating. And then just sign your name. Okay. So that is exactly how I would create my template. Make sure everything is linked. Make sure your alt texts are working. And then, most importantly, make sure all your URLs are correct. Make sure it looks good on mobile. Look, I made a typo. I forgot to change that to number 3. Perfect. And that's why we double check our work, right? We've got some promises at the bottom. And then most importantly, go check your mobile because I know something is going to be wrong here. See how the image on this block is at the bottom? All we want to do is we want to move it back up. So we're going to go there and click on the entire section. And instead of saying right to left, you are going to say left to right. Okay, and then that changes the format there. This block looks good. The CTA at the end looks good. And there we have it. Make sure that is linked because it's going to have a hash because we brought it over. No, ChatGPT actually linked it to our homepage, which is perfectly fine. Okay, so there you have it. That is exactly how I use Canva, ChatGPT, and Klaviyo to build high converting product feature emails. If you have any questions at all about templates, about Klaviyo, about email marketing, or about the e-commerce email rhythm playbook, please don't hesitate to comment or email, and I would be happy to chat with you. Also, when it comes to building your templates, remember, it might feel boring if you use the same templates over and over again. But when you start getting recognized in the inbox, that is when magic happens. So creating 3 to 5 templates for your brand is essential. And then you'll rotate through them, which is exactly what we teach in the playbook. And that is how you're going to start building brand recognition. The moment someone opens up an email and they see that black block at the top, they know exactly who this email is from because we are consistent. So try it out. Let me know how it goes. I am so excited to be here and to help you through this. Have a great day. Happy emailing, my friend. Until next time.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong.